All right, we're back. Day 2. Let's get going. So, spoiler. I started recording this episode. Controllers died. I decided to scrap it out and redo it. Nothing of plot relevance happened. I was just doing some scavenging in the catacombs and over by the church, working my way towards the reserve. And that took quite a while. I'm not going to lie. I tried to bring all my shit with me and not leave anything here in storage. And since we're not leaving the area, I don't think that's necessary. So I think we'll leave everything here and bring the bare minimum with us. That way we can haul as much stuff back in as few trips as possible to speed things up. Because it was not great before. I mostly underestimated the amount of scrap that we'd find out over there. Especially because it turns out we'll have access to, like, the church and everything. So there's quite a lot of just stuff. Yeah, can you not do that? I'm not even, like, wrapping you around me. So we're going to clear all of this out. Like, we'll, yeah, we'll come back for some supplies after the first trip. And that'll be fine. And yeah, so we get this mission. Yeah, this is why we're going to the reserve. Find us in the reserve beneath the church. Okay. Radio, nothing from the pawn shop. So I'm assuming the pawn shop mission doesn't trigger until afterwards or possibly on an entirely separate day. We get these little guys who are like, hey, be prepared. Sure, but we're not even going that way. So, I mean, who cares this shit? And then over here we have a mysterious floating flare that I don't know anything about. It doesn't actually exist. We can't interact with this in any way. So there's that. Visual glitch. The game does have a few of those, I hear. The reviews are actually rather unfavorable for this on Steam, last I checked. Which I'm feeling is a little unfair, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a properly discerning customer because I'm just happy to be here. I mean, I'm definitely not on a gaming budget, so I ain't rich, but I got enough disposable money now that I don't really care about burning $50 on a video game. Here and there, at least. Nice. I think I missed one of those shots in the previous recording. I feel like the bow is improved. I feel like it's much better. Like there's aim assist or something on it, which is maybe worse depending on how you feel about those sort of things. I never really used the bows much in the first game, but I was impressed with its showing here against those first couple of zombies. And I missed a shot last time, so it was even worse, but I was still, like, overall impressed. We're going to use up this first. I think it's, yeah, the bright red meat inside is a little weird. People complain about that, too. It is definitely different than the first game. It looks very weird on a zombie. I feel like they should look a little more decayed inside. Maybe the bright meaty red is fine for humans. Nothing else? Okay. But yeah, on the Zeds, a little weird. So I went that way originally too. There's a little, what I assume is a hint towards a puzzle that's probably spread through multiple locations. So I saw that. And there's a little bit of loot to collect. We're just going to leave it. I thought about after I went over there, like, I wonder if we come back at night, if there's, like, mushrooms and shit that can be found, because looking at achievements, there's, like, nighttime-based scavenging achievements and daytime, and we had the whole tutorial thing with the mushrooms. So that might be a whole thing. And I still want to like go into the reserve through the classic front entrance rather than the back. Because I think we can just... Like if we make our way to the reserve and then have to go back, we can do so. And then when we go back next time, we can go through the other entrance. Kind of optimize our pathing. Which I think is smart. Efficient, rather. I mean, smart and efficient. Both. Look at all those skulls. Looks like my fucking apartment in this backpack. Gotta love having that buzzing fly sound in my fucking ear. Yuck. Gross. Aesthetically, though, like, fitting, immersive. Gotta adjust my headset there a little bit. Apologize if it makes a sound, but these things can't be avoided. I mean, they could be avoided. I just don't ever touch the headset, but I always have to adjust it a little bit after I start, it feels like. Find like the perfect place for it to sit. Otherwise, it pushes on my forehead a little bit, which starts to feel uncomfortable. Eventually, it settles good, and I can play for an hour and not fuck with it. We'll go check that direction later. For now, we'll loot up around here. There's a can. How much space are we got currently? A lot of space. Even with all them skulls. So yeah, let's go clear out this house. So yeah, that recipe, there's another recipe I found that's actually new. That's one of the first game recipes. Where did I find the other one? Oh, they're gonna bust that door down. Oh. Well, we got zombies over there we'll have to deal with in a second. So, here's something I didn't talk about with the scavenging rules. There's a lot of items you can use to kill zombies that are a little cheesy. Like, I'm pretty sure you can kill a zombie with the lighter. Hello? Zombies? Okay, well, if they're not going to show up for the demonstration, then I guess we won't worry about it yet. Inky black abyss of this cabinet for some reason. Yeah, and you can beat them with pans, and the pans are like technically one of the best melee weapons in the game because they don't have durability. Yeah, I said this in the previous recording as well, but it holds true here too. If you don't like scavenging, probably not the game for you. Probably not the video series for you, because I love scavenging in the apocalypse. And so I'm going to be doing a pretty thorough check on everything. Alright, let's see if we can still kill with a lighter. Yeah, okay. Lighter breaks in 2 hits. A little unfortunate that we ruined the lighter. You can also kill him with a spoon. Pretty sure. Test that out. I'd like to close this door. Oh, shit. For whatever reason, every motherfucker was by that door. Where'd my spoon go? Spoon? I see it. Give me my spoon. Give me my spoon. Yeah, so we're not going to use any of these cheesy weapons with infinite durability because it undermines the challenge. Even though, like, they're bad, like killing a zombie with a pan actually is rather slow and clumsy. You can see the handling is really heavy. Yeah, exactly. Multiple hits, awkward and slow, not great. I think we looted everything here then, right? Yeah. Yeah, this place also looks like my apartment. Let's use up the kitchen knife. They are very low durability. They kill as good as any other melee weapon, basically. They just don't last as long. In fact, let's do this. Yeah, we're full. So let's put you there. We'll hold the knife. Ah, yeah, there's like pillows and shit in here. We'll have to come back, I think. Could be another dragon bar. Okay, so this room has to be looted still. Kind of want to do the house in one go so we don't have to come all the way back through it, but that didn't work out. It's fine. I'm sure it'll end up being 3 trips through here. Now I do have voice detection on. So if we want to get through here the easiest, we should be quiet. I think we're good once we're in the catacombs, basically. Now this jug is just for decoration. It's like a fake collectible. It can't be scrapped, but it can be picked up. It can't be put in your inventory. And I'm collecting it. Why? I don't know. Because I did last episode, like scrapped episode. So I feel like I want to grab it again. Even though it doesn't do anything. It's just a shitty water jug. But hot tip for the apocalypse, these babies hold water, which you need to survive. That's my first apocalypse survival tip for you. Find containers to hold rainwater. Wow. Innovative, I know. I'm gonna scrap you out. I hate that that always goes to my arm. That's kind of annoying, huh? Oatmeal, are you edible? Yes, but poorly. Better than, like, tuna. We have food. Let's just scrap that. You can go there for now. Skulls made of wood and gunpowder. Very funny. Don't know why. Don't know why it's still wood and gunpowder. Imagine making a baseball bat. Oh yeah, you can also use this pan to kill zombies. Hooja, hooja. Wait, 2.0. Pan 2.0. Maybe it said that in the first game. Maybe it's a reference to a change. I don't know. Okay. Let's upgrade some benches real quick too. 2 to 3, upgradable. Now we need phosphorus for that. I'm just gonna try and keep these conductor, which we have none of, keep these fairly consistent. But we'll upgrade when we can. And given that they take some different stuff. 6, 6, 7. So let's do one of the 6s. Everything's 7. Can't do you. Can't do you. We can do you. So, good enough. All right. For now, we'll swap you out. Take the kitchen knife on the hip. So we'll clean out the upper story of that house real quick. And then switch over to looting some of the environments nearby. The church has quite a bit of loot in it. There's a lot of like communion cups and stuff in the church. Very valuable location, it seems. And part of the reason why it took as long to loot everything last time as it did, I think. I didn't find anything on that side, but we'll check it eventually. Just for to be thorough. Straight arrow? Can you stab him with an arrow? You can't, like, pull an arrow out normally. Yeah, actually, we should leave the other side alone for return trip. Like, if we push deep in one direction and loot everything along that path, I think that's technically better than, like, retracing our steps and pushing deeper and deeper. Because the zombies do respawn, it seems, in this area. Which I don't think was a thing in the other game. Because this was all part of, like, the base, extended base area, kind of. So I think once you cleared it out, the zombies stayed dead. Or at least I thought they did. Maybe I'm wrong. I think they'd come back for other events, but, like, they're, like, set waves of zombies, essentially. But maybe I'm full of shit. What do I know? I only played the game, like, 5 or 6 complete playthroughs of hundreds of days total. But it is entirely possible. Oh, yeah, and I think this is a secret door. Because you can see the door frame. And I vaguely remember there being a room here, I think, in the first game. But near as I can tell, no way to move it. So I'm thinking it's tied to an event. You know, somebody will send us a message and be like, hey, meet me in the house upstairs. And we'll go here, and then that room will be open suddenly. Something like that. Well, motherfucker. detection sound there for a moment. Oh, unless we can climb up. Ooh, I'm kind of curious. Let's see if I can kill with this arrow if I don't store it. Hold on. Wait, was that where we looked out? I think so. I think that's just the one room. Yeah, that's the computer room. Yeah, well, I have played the first game quite a lot. I haven't played it recently. I think the last time I played it is the video I have on the channel. Which I think was Aftershocks. I was trying to stay quiet so that zombie didn't find me. Yeah, I think I only did like one playthrough of Aftershocks. Now that I think about it, I should have done that again. Now, last time we actually climbed down the other way, which was a bit awkward and weird. It seems like they changed ladders somehow. Like the way you interact with the ladder feels differently to me than it used to. Maybe it's my imagination. They feel a little bit more automated. Like more of a tendency to like lock you in place, to drag you to the top, that kind of stuff. In the first game, they felt pretty loose to me, which I think was generally better, in my opinion. Oh yeah, there's a. This is where the other recipe was I found. I remember. It's over in the tent, I think. We'll eat that food later. I don't think our stamina's quite low enough yet. Yeah, I climbed, like, I went through the attic and climbed down, and that's a whole thing. We might do that still. I left that arrow over there, though. Yeah, here we go. Compound bow. That seems fucking cool. I went to Caird if I wasn't impressed with the performance of the bow in the catacombs earlier. That's, like, the only reason I give a shit. I think we'll go through the church and come out up there, and then just turn back. I'm not going to climb up and go through it that way. A little too tedious climbing all that way, I think. Now, there's definitely loot on the other side of this area. But I'm thinking we go into the church. Start looting there. How are we doing? 22. Yeah, let's do that. We'll hit the whole other side next time, which should be the last trip. Or maybe second to last, but we can enter the reserve from the other direction. Oh yeah, there's like a shotgun over here. I remember this. Let's grab this quick. Alright. I feel like these arrows look jankier than they did in the first game, which is good, because they're like homemade arrows. Like, they just look like a broken stick with a few feathers stuck on them, which is a great aesthetic. Janky is good in this case. Yeah, so this place is like a gold mine of metal. I thought there was a Bible over here too somewhere. Oh yeah, there's a cross. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Do you imagine this, like, in the apocalypse, you go to the church, you steal all the candelabras and communion glasses and stuff, and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go melt all this down to make fucking bullets. The power of Christ compels you with bullets. So is this the back room area? Yeah, staff only. I think this goes to the reserve, right? Yep. I'm going to adjust my play space just slightly so that I don't get the hitbox showing up. Okay, there we go. And by adjusting my play space, I mean I'm going to physically move in my room, shuffle around to get into the center of what is my play space. Or closer to my play space. That's interesting. Why is there all that rope up there? Was that the bell? Where the bell was being rung from? I don't know. Maybe that was always there and I'm only just noticing it now. Just environmental set dressing stuff? I don't know. Yeah, okay. And so we have this hat. Can be scrapped, but I think we're going to keep it because it's like a unique item. We'll treat it like a collectible, I think, and just keep it around. Okay. Well, that's all full. That's fine. We'll come back. Thinking about... I still like to try and kill with this arrow. Let's just carry this cup with us. Because then we can take the knife out when we use the arrow. Or find out we can't use the arrow. We could also probably eat that food. No. Alright. So yes, arrow doesn't work. Also, I love all the knife flippies. Wah, yeah. Wah. Let's see. I always feel like these can have stuff in under them, but I don't know if I've ever actually seen that happen. I feel like it actually isn't a thing. Fun sound design with the boards making a noise. Also, I don't remember if we went down there, actually, now that I think about it. Might be some loot down there sitting on the ground. We'll check that on the next trip. Which should be the final one before we actually go into the reserve, so... And then if we have to backtrack, we'll go in from the other direction to make it a little more interesting. this, because you know it's got like 1 or 2 kills left in it. Okay. Ah, my eye! Let's get you moved out of here. You're like a special non-scrappable thing too, which makes you sort of a collectible. Except really not. You're just not scrappable, that's all. So none of this is going to help with the benches at the back of the truck. We know that. We know we need phosphorus and conductor, which these don't have, right? No conductor. No conductor. Despite being made of like metal. Very suspicious. There's Dale's hat. Okay. $15 sugar is a hard bargain. That can be upgraded. We'll wait. We'll do the gear station next rather than push that to 9. Balanced. Oh man, now that I think of it. Hold on, I got a hair that's bothering me. We could have made it a rule to Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, game has lost its mind somehow. Okay, we're back. Holy smokes, what the fuck? I think the game was very mad about me taking off my headset. I've never encountered that in any VR game where it completely lost its mind temporarily, but we're good. Yeah, so I was saying, we could have made a rule that we can only upgrade the benches 1 level past the lowest current bench level. So like if a bench is level 1, nothing else can be upgraded past 2. Just to slow down progression. That ship has thoroughly fucking sailed, though. So we won't be doing that. Just an interesting thought for another future challenge run. For me to do or for you to do. I'm probably not going to do like a second run on the channel. Not unless this suddenly becomes a Saints and Sinners centric channel. Which requires a lot of views and subscribers. So I don't expect that to happen. But also, this is intended to be a variety games channel, despite what all the RimWorld and Pokemon content might imply. It's mostly a channel about playing the games I want to play with the decisions of viewership only factoring partially into that. Like, basically, if I want to play 3 games, kind of equally, I'll play the one I think makes for a better YouTube series, or, like, is less covered or newer or whatever. Like, I like covering VR content because there's not as much of that. And I think VR is fucking awesome. Oh yeah, we should use the crowbar. We were still dragging that around with us. It's too hard to stab him, like with the pointy end instead of the curved end of the crowbar. So we just Gordon free him and then bash him over the top of the head with the curved end. It's just easier. Like you can kill like the helmeted zombies with a crowbar by like jabbing them in the mouth, but it's just a little too awkward and cumbersome, especially one-handed. Because it just, it's wobbly because it's heavy. It's meant to be two-handed. You can hold it, yeah, like this, instead of like this. Try it like that. Watcha! Can you do it? Okay. Whew. Yeah, that just feels bad. Like, hold it down here. Feels much better. It's a survival situation. It's not the kind of situation to be testing out. Oh, well, hello, arrows. Testing out crazy new techniques or whatever. Fuck, my fucking forehead's itching again. Damn it. The perils of VR. Then it's losing its mind again. Weird. So it's always going to do that when like the headset gets taken off slightly. I don't know why. I've never encountered that in the previous game or any game. As long as it doesn't crash, it's fine. I should make a concerted effort not to do that in the future, but like, there's only so much I can do if my forehead starts itching because I got long hair. Oh, there's a door here. What the fuck? I missed that last time. I ended up going all the way around to this entrance, which is why I went straight there this time. Good fish. Yeah, I talked about this before. Can you imagine eating like a fucking 5-year-old can of tuna you found in a warehouse? Like even starving. I would come out of that just like expecting to die. Like I know I'm starving, but this is gonna kill me, right? I'm gonna die of like salmonella poison, right? Can we hide? He's so fucking angry. Why is this man so angry? Hey, idiot. Shut up. You dummy. Crowbar, perfect for prying off crabs. Nice Half-Life reference. Beautiful. Fine. Finely done. Just making sure we got everything around some of these corners. All these like non-lootable ashtrays on the ground keep throwing me. There's something out there, and it ain't human. So yeah, this should be the way that leads up to the roof or to the attic or whatever. So let's check this for stuff. Bunch of dead bodies. I am waiting for like an apparently dead body to come back to life, which is a really cool mechanic that they should totally have in these games if they don't. It wasn't in the first one. It's possibly something they could add to this, but I don't have any information on it, so I don't know if it is added. I have no reason to suspect it would be added, but it would just be neat. Now, I was thinking we do an episode as a day in the game, but this is a lot of. Oh yeah, this ladder fucked me up. It keeps like trying to auto climb me, and it doesn't work. Oh, then it does this where I just freeze in place, which is super cool. Get there eventually. Yeah, so ladders are worse for some reason. But I mean, I've had worse VR ladders, I guess. Doesn't seem like there's anything here for loot. I couldn't remember if there was. Crouching works well, like manually ducking under these. The game like assists with your height. So yeah, probably. So I'm assuming we'll do this. We'll be given some mission to go somewhere and do something for the day proper. So we'll probably use that as an episode break. At least that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we might have missed a few other things here. Yep. For sure. We can do a little bit more of a thorough check. Nothing too crazy, but like wave our hand around, our magic wand, and see if it picks anything up. Whoosh. Like a fucking Jedi. Give me your shit. Right. Watch this be like full of raiders and I just get fucking ambushed. Which is kind of the thing that was missing from the game. There was obviously factions, but there wasn't like just straight up raiders or something. Oh, hey guys.
Welcome to the Revolution, tourist. I'm Sable.
Why the fuck do you have ears on your helmet?
Barnes is there in the back.
Revolution?
We represent a growing faction inside the tower. People fed up with the current leadership. If Nola's gonna remain habitable, the time's come for a change at the top.
So this is a coup you have brewing.
Mama's made a lot of enemies, even on the inside.
Echo's right. All the stories Mom used to tell just never added up. People are starting to wake up, see the light.
How did you find me?
Everyone knows about the tourist. And we are always looking for allies. Barnes and I are Tower. Echo is former Reclaimed.
That
There are more
explains
of
the
us,
ears.
About 3 dozen on the inside. And we've got sympathizers among the exiles. But I guess you'd call us the ringleaders.
What's your plan?
Why revolt?
Tactical
Bitch, I know why
assault
we're
on the tower.
revolting.
Coordinated from within. One shot to chop off the head of the snake.
Alright.
Bold plan.
Keep
But
grabbing
why?
shit on accident.
Still haven't heard a good reason.
We have our reasons.
Mama's got every one of us in her sights. No one's safe. Ever since the reserve was a bust, she's been consolidating power. Building up units of heavily armed
I don't know how to
elite
hold my
fighters,
hands.
all loyal to her. Call themselves eradicators. The way we see it, the only chance to get to Mama is from within. And soon. We eliminate her, the tower can be returned to the people. And Nola survives.
Your mouth stopped moving. Wasn't it moving before?
Do you have the means to pull something like this off?
We're working towards it, yeah. But we're limited in our movements. Have to watch every step. We meet here when we can. What we lack is a reliable asset on the outside while we set the stage. Someone who knows the city and has free reign.
That's me!
Someone who can deliver a counterpunch.
I can
Keep my
punch.
life balanced.
Yeah.
Bueno, who better than the tourist?
Yeah.
What's Mama scheming?
Something big. If you thought the war with the Reclaimed was a disaster,
I don't like the way
for
you're
Noah,
looking at me, dude.
that's nothing compared to what she's prepping for now. Fortifying the tower into an impenetrable fortress. We've been ordered to hoard supplies for months, and everyone's on strict rations.
They've got like 3 months of fresh water stored up easily. Probably more. I've seen it.
And these eradicators, they're all training like there ain't gonna be no tomorrow. They're no joke.
Mama's desperate. With the scale of what she's planning, no one will be spared. This ends with her reigning supreme, or us taking the tower down, once and for all.
All right, you've convinced me. How can I help?
The tower has their sights set on the radio station in the French Quarter, where JB used to broadcast. We think Mama's planning to use the station to flood the airwaves with propaganda. She's already papering the whole city with her old town conspiracies. They're gonna make their move on the radio station, soon.
Real soon. A daytime operation. We stop Mama from taking the radio station, we slow down the spread of her lies.
And instead, we give the people what they really want to hear. A new take on an old classic. Here. It's JB's last sermon. Hasn't been broadcast yet. Echo found it in an abandoned, reclaimed base.
It's a real firestorm, too. You've never heard JB like this. Out for blood.
We need you to stop the tower from taking...
The dialogue cut out there.
That's gonna piss Mama off.
Guaranteed. But it'll also get the exiles riled up. And we need that.
If we want to inspire an uprising, we can't have Mama polluting the airwaves with bullshit. We get the exiles behind us, then we strike. Barnes is gonna go ahead of you. See what intel she can gather about access to the station. But she can't be seen.
I'll leave you a present in Bird Lounge, down the street from the station.
Before you go, we need a reliable way to communicate. Timing's key, so passing notes ain't gonna cut it. Echo?
These walkies are older than dirt. Broken, pretty much, no voice capabilities. But I figured out how to get the alert signal to work.
I'll reach out to you on the walkie when we need to meet. But you have to beep us back to let us know you're coming. Otherwise, we won't be around. You better get going. We need to roll out soon. Don't forget to grab that beta from Barnes at Bird Lounge. She knows how to exploit the enemy's weakness.
Alright. So do we think we're gonna get a counter offer from Mama? Excuse me. Have the faction war thing going on. Like in the previous one. I like your scar. You're fucking weird. I don't like your vibe, kid. Oop, I almost killed you. Itchy trigger finger. I almost killed the furry. We can't do that. Probably not many of them left after the first game. What happens if you flood this area? Can I not open this? No, these are not openable. Like, do they meet you somewhere else? Do they, like, unflood it? I'm super curious. I did look up the save thing. And, yeah, it is importing save data from the first game. So I figure I do a playthrough like this of the base scenario for the game, basically. And then one for each of the two kind of allegiances and endgame opportunities. I wonder how many iterations there are. I should probably just look it up. Like, look up what the impact is of all the differences from the saves. Like, because you can flood or take the reserve, and then you can align with a different faction. So that's like 4 outcomes, possibly, depending on which factions survive, which characters survive, and what happens to this. So, very interesting. I wonder if any items or equipment carry over either. Like, do you maybe keep all the collectibles you found? Also, if there's like 4 fucking outcomes, then I have to, like, I have 3 saves, right? Because that's all you're allowed in base game. So I'll have to play through the first game again to, like, create a save that matches whatever conditions I'm trying to do for other stuff. Motherfucker, give me that shit. Look at all them sardines. That's a lot of sardines. Oh well. Maybe there's nothing lootable here because this is like a faction base now. In which case, we might be essentially done here. We have the other area through the crypt to loot, but I'm going to just do that at night because I'm curious if there'll be any differences. There's UV shit in that area anyway, which there's like, I didn't see like the icon. What the fuck? Zombie above me maybe? Oh, it's probably the fenced off areas down here. Yeah. Zombies in the tunnels. Hey, dumbass. If I lived down here, I would fucking kill those. Okay, so there is like a room there technically, but I don't think you can ever go to it, so I don't think it's consequential. I mean, it's entirely possible that if the reserve is flooded, you just meet those people like in the church or some shit. It makes like almost no difference. I'm curious to know if it's going to be all the changes are like glossed over. Like, you know, if you don't kill JB, maybe he just disappears anyway or dies off screen between episodes and there's like no difference to the game. It just isn't explicit about you killing him or something. I could see them doing that. Yeah, okay, so nothing to loot there. Just that story beat. That's fine. Okay, journal check. Head to Bourbon Street during the day. Yeah, and the pawn thing is not currently available. That's fine. Okay. Well, we can look around this area during the daytime a little bit. See if there's anything else that changes. I assume there's not going to be, and we're not going to be very thorough about this, but... Are these like the same bodies that were here in the original game? Have they just been sitting here for like 6 months or however fucking long it's been? We'll cut that guy down at least, but... I'm assuming these are the same bodies in the same places. You just look like you pissed blood everywhere. Jesus, guy. Girl. Whatever. Indeterminate human being. Wait, is that a jug that we can pick up? No, those jugs are static. You can't jiggle those jugs around. Alright, well, that takes care of most everything here. Yeah, nothing on the radio. So let's sort out our inventory and get ready to go. Please give me my hand back. Thank you. I'm going to assume we have enough bandages, because I'm pretty sure we have too many bandages, actually. So let's do guns. So 3 9mm, I think, is it. Yeah, and then we've got a shiv. We've got our street sign, and we've got our combat knife. Yeah, we got our flare, which we'll hold on to. I'm thinking that that's not amazing, but we'll wait. We'll find out. 2 energy drinks. Consume no stamina for 45 seconds. I mean, they're not worth that much in terms of resources, so I think they're worth using. I'm more inclined to just, like, you know, be good about stamina management, but... Okay, then the bandages. So maybe 3 bandages, keep the 2 high tiers and one of these, then scrap the rest out. I think so. Bandages and medicine aren't so important if you don't get hit. So we got 2 regular medicines and then the pill capsule. Stamina and health regen, actually, on that. Where this is just... Wait, max health. Max stamina. Stamina and health regen removes sickness. So that doesn't recover max health. It just removes sickness. Cures some sickness. I wonder if they changed the mechanics on that then. Cures all sickness. Some sickness, all sickness. I mean, should I keep the 1 herbal? 2 antiseptic, 1 sugar, 1 water. 3 antiseptic, 2 sugar. I mean, I think I'm going to scrap the herbal. This might legitimately be a mistake. Because if the sickness mechanics have been changed, which it is implied by the description of the pill bottle, these are less valuable than they used to be. But we should never have to recover 25 or 100 max health. Like, we should never be so fucked we have to use herbal medicine. We're doing it. We're scrapping it out. Food is, yeah, good food is always save. Food is definitely the most. Food and, like, weapons are the major resources here. But then, yeah, this is an extra medicine. We'll scrap it too. Okay. I think that's a good loadout. 4 food, 3 medicine, 3 bandages, 3 guns, 3 melee weapons, a flare, and the energy drinks. Nothing left here has been picked up. So these are still technically salvageable in the future by my rule set. And they can stay. We still have the crowbar. We'll use that up first. I might want to just use up the 45, but if we're ambushing a person or a team, we're going to be in a firefight. So we got the shotgun for that, which has probably 2 shots left in it, the Warren Nova. I'm basing that on the first game, where I'm pretty sure every Warren shotgun you pick up is 2 shots before it deteriorates. But those are 2 very deadly shots, so should be good. That was supposed to be a thumbs up, but it doesn't really work. Yeah, you can't actually thumbs up in this. Stop grabbing it. That's just a thing that happens. Pressure to grab, drop is how I prefer to play, but it results in that happening sometimes. Rampart Ward, Bywater, Old Town. It's a big skull. Why is Old Town a big skull? We're going to Bourbon Street? Where the fuck is my book? What the fuck? What the fuck? There we go. Jesus Christ. Is my body like twisted in VR for some reason? A little bit. Like this gun sits further forward on my hip for some reason. It feels like. Okay, mission. Wait. Oh, safe codes are a thing? Hold on. Okay, we don't get safe codes from the first game. There is a safe from the first game through the crypt. And I wonder if the code's the same as from the first game. Might have to remember it. But I'm not going to do it. We'll find out later. Because it's also theoretically possible, Bourbon Street during the day, that it might have been changed, right? It's like a digital safe. I presume you can redo the codes for those. If we get late in the game and we haven't opened it, we'll just try the code from the first game if I can find it or remember it. I mean, I won't remember it, but I could find it, probably. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, we'll do this next time. Travel directly to this or another location to scavenge at night. I'm trying to read the thing. I forget how to do this. Like, it's really not clear to me what that control is supposed to be. Oh, is it the other controller? Oh, it's the other controller. Of course, that makes sense. That's what it shows. Travel back to the resting place to close your day. Okay, so it looks like they've broken it up into daytime and nighttime trips. So it looks to me like we can do one thing day, one thing night separately. So maybe we'll be breaking these up every day up into 2 episodes then, if we get to do 2 full, like, timered runs. Am I not on a timer? Well, we'll figure that out later. We'll figure out the bells. We'll get acclimated to all that again, or whatever the equivalent of the bells is in the next one. So until then.